my apologies there, I got blocked. My computer is messing around. Okay, so yeah, we were just talking about it. These trips are short. Otherwise, it would be overseas assignments, which is longer than a trip. And again, same problem with this paragraph. So, however, individual parents consider the main impact of younger children mental health cannot be overstated. So be careful on the grammar here on this. However, individual parents consider that the main impact of travel on younger children's mental health, so cannot be overstated. Younger children, sorry, cannot be overstated. Watch out for the grammar. It's a very difficult sentence to use. This is largely because these individuals working, so who? The businessmen. So say who these people are. Working on a busy schedule and under pressure in the environment in order to do deals, have meetings, complete the business that they're trying to do. Explain this a bit more. As a result, some youths living in an unfamiliar environment cannot adapt. So this is not really relevant because it is a short trip. It is not living in a country for a long time. So I would say more that they want to be at their normal school, they want their routine, they don't want to travel, they may suffer from jet lag. Think of all the negative things of being taken on a trip. It's just unsettling for children, isn't it? This viewpoint was demolished. I think you mean demonstrated? Maybe? New York Times, who illustrated that 2/3 of individuals struggle for either support family or settling back into home life. Yes, well, be careful. You don't know that because the question says the opposite, that few people should indulge, because you don't have to in taking their families. So I maybe use that sort of word, should, so they shouldn't do it. To conclude, I firmly believe that youngsters maybe would be more beneficial to have, would be benefited. Okay, more benefited. So it's they're benefiting from. If children, parents had to define then planning and achieve a sensible work-life balance. Okay, good work there. It's a difficult essay, isn't it? It's a very difficult essay. I'm going to try and send you an example of another student's work. Not perfect, but another example which you might like to read until we haven't linked up some titles yet. But let me show you an example of that one, which will help you. And I'm going to get some links in for you to study some of the grammar and stuff as well, okay? So here we go, crazy line graph. The line graphs compare the average rainfall of 3 countries, lovely. Overall, these countries saw fluctuations, noun, over the 12-month period, but they were noticeably similar numbers between January. Yes, very good. Yes, okay, good, well done, well done. In Scotland now, okay, really, really important comment here. Do not do one paragraph, it's too long. Do not do one paragraph for each, because the skill here, make comparisons where relevant. That is very, very important to read the question here. Also this, report the main features. I do not want one paragraph for each. You haven't got time. You've got 20 minutes, that's it. But I do want to know, these were the same here, and that was different. They were all the same here. Here they were the opposite image of each other. Here it was really dry, yeah, and here it was really wet. So that's all I want to know. Just get a pencil and just, so I don't want this. You won't score a high mark for this. Sorry, this is the examiner, not me. In Scotland, average rainfall, this figure. So you don't have significantly dropped. You dropped significantly to a lower number in February before rising. So if you have before, you want rising to a peak in the next months. It unexpectedly, you don't know that. Yeah, you can't know that. It might be normal. Continued. So past tense here, to fluctuate. Okay, until it steadily increased. So watch out with the grammar here. Yeah, it's steadily increased. Past simple. You're mixing up present perfect and past simple. Just past simple here because it's in the past. Okay. In England, well, in England, you'd have to say, rainfall was in January and slightly added in the next month before dipping in March. The trend dramatically rose and fell for several months. Okay, that's all right. Continued then for several months till it reached a lower. Then figure fluctuated until it peaked. And that's very nice. That's a nice paragraph there. Meanwhile, Wales, rather than was, I would say registered, new verb, the lowest, and slightly increased before, again, before you have to have the ing. In April, then it oscillated, oh, good word, and leveled off. So you're mixing up the tenses. Let's just keep this tenses really simple. Finally recorded. Okay, good. So choose the most important data out of all of this. Stick to one tense, okay? But then a lot of the vocabulary, the comparisons and stuff you're doing is really, really good. So there's a good improvement in there. Well done. And keep going because you're making improvements every single time. Really well done.